You are welcome to our channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. In the flashback news today, what Tinubu said when Jonathan declared emergency in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa in 2013, when then President Goodluck Jonathan declared a state of emergency in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa state. President Bola Tinubu described it as an overreach of federal power. Tinubu, then leader of the newly formed opposition All Progressive Congress, condemned the emergency declaration as an attempt to intimidate and emasculate elected officials. Even though Jonathan did not suspend the sitting governors at the time, in a personal statement titled "Jonathan Bears His Fangs," Tinubu further described the move as an attempt to subvert constitutional democracy. However, on Tuesday, President Tinubu declared a state of emergency in Rivers State and suspended Governor Siminalayi Fubara, Deputy Governor Ngozi Odu, and all members of the Rivers State House of Assembly. This came against the backdrop of the political crisis in the state involving Fubara, the state lawmakers, and the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. Below was President Tinubu's reaction: "Jonathan bears his fangs. It is now abundantly declared that President Jonathan has finally bared his fangs, confirming what was widely speculated. By declaring a state of emergency in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa, he has intimidated and emasculated the governors of these states. We are witnessing a dangerous trend in the act of governance and a deliberate ploy to subvert constitutional democracy. The body language of the Jonathan administration leads any keen watcher of events to the unmistakable conclusion of the existence of a surreptitious but barely disguised intention to muzzle the elected governments of these states for what is clearly a display of unpardonable mediocrity and diabolic partisanship geared towards 2015. Borno and Yobe states have been literally under armies of occupation, with the attendant excruciating hardship experienced daily by the indigenes and residents of these areas. This government now wants to use the excuse of the security challenges faced by the governments to remove them from the states considered hostile to the 2015 PDP Jonathan project. Let me be quick to say that this administration will be setting in motion a chain of events that end of which nobody can predict. Experience has shown clearly that actions such as this one under consideration often give root to radical ideologies and extremist tendencies, a direct opposite of the intended outcome of unwarranted and unintelligent meddlesomeness. The present scenario playing out in the country reminds one of the classical cases of a mediocre craftsman who continually blames the tool for his trade for his serial failure but refuses to look at his pitiable state to adjust. It has become crystal clear, even to the most incurable optimist, that the country is adrift, that the ship of the Nigerian state is rudderless, in evidence in the consistent and continual attacks ferociously executed by elements often referred to as the insurgents in some northern states of the Federation, particularly the Borno and Yobe states respectively. Indeed, no part of the country is immune from the virulent but easy attacks, veritable indices of a fallen state. Unfortunately, the tenuous and uncoordinated approach adopted by this government betrays a grossly incompetent disposition that stands at variance with current realities in the country. Nay, the international community, where acts of terrorism are engaged and contained, no governor of a state in Nigeria is the chief security officer, blaming the governors who have been effectively emasculated for the abysmal performance of the government at the center, which controls all these security agencies, smacks of ignorance and mischief. Terrorist acts are perpetrated routinely and the government at the center appears incapable of stemming the tide of the horrendous crime unleashed on the hopeless populace. The considerable ease with which lives and properties are destroyed daily should excite deep introspection on the part of a government truly desirous of finding a lasting solution. The Constitution provides that the safety and welfare of citizens shall be the primary purpose of having that structure of any political leadership in the first instance. This government, through acts of omission and commission, has fallen far short of expectation. It actively encourages schism and all manner of divisive tendencies for parochial expediency. Ethnicity and religion become handy weapons of denomination. Things have never been this bad. The response to the pervasive chaos in the northern region of the country has been militarization, mass retreat, and extrajudicial killings by the Joint Task Force (JTF), a convenient euphemism for an army of occupation seemingly set loose on the people of the localities concerned. The tenure of the state of emergency declared by the federal government yesterday portend danger for the polity. The full militarization of security operations in this state will compound the already tense situation. Both local and international media are awash with news of reckless attitudes and the invading forces. The fact that security operatives are killed cheaply and reprisals from the state find expressions in organized pogroms in the immediate communities is sure evidence of a government which lacks basic understanding to appreciate the enormity of the current situation and challenges. If development is about the people, all measures put in place for the sustenance and maintenance of the superstructure of the society must be into cognizance local content. It is evident from the grim experiences in recent times that this government has failed. It does not know what it is necessary. It does not know that it is necessary for it to avail itself of the benefit accruable for exchange of ideas and then notes on the latest in terms of technology and human resources among nations in the modern world, especially those which have been fighting terrorist organizations over the years on the most effective mode of combating this menace. Technologically advanced country of the world will never discard the idea on the need of the establishment of an effective local intelligence outfit. Our suggestions along these paths have always been met with suspicion and acerbic criticism from both the informed and the ignorant alike. A government which stoutly defends its opposition to the decentralization of police force from its present over-centralized command structure is already experimenting with all manner of means patently extra-legal. Well, these are some of the things that President Governor Tinubu wrote when Jonathan was in power, but now it's his turn and he's declaring state of emergency. What does he expect people to say? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe. Thank you.